Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about being an older guy coming to the Philippines, meeting a Filipina, and there's so many different types of Filipinas here. You never know who you're going to find or which girl is going to go break your heart, break your wallet, or maybe she'll just change your life. So let's talk about the 8 different types of girls that I've noticed here in the Philippines. For those of you who are new to the channel, I want to welcome you to Mike's Philippine Retirement, Life Abroad After 60. So let's talk about these different types of Filipinas. And the first type, and the most likely girl you're going to meet when you first get here, when you go to the tourist spots, are the go-with-the-flow girls. They're young, they're wild, they live in the moment, they don't have responsibility, they're not looking for the future. Most of them have, finished high school, but they're not going on to college. They have a relationship with their family, but not as strong as a lot of girls do here in the Philippines. But they like to party. They're the party girls. They're the, girls gone wild. Remember those videos back in the day? They're out there to have fun. And they're great for a weekend. They're great for 2 weeks. They're great to hang around with, and they make you feel good. But the thing is, they drink, and they like to have parties, and they like to stay out late. And maybe those aren't things you want to do. And these girls aren't looking for the future. They're not looking at you as a 60 or 70-year-old man saying, hey, I'm going to get some property from him. I'm going to get a house from this guy. He's going to take care of me forever. No, she's just wanting you to buy the drinks. She's just wanting you to take her on a short vacation, maybe go island hopping and have a good time for a couple weeks. And then when you're done, when the two of you are done with your partying and you split ways, they're happy that they've known you and they stay in contact. They just go with the flow and they're not looking for that long-term relationship. And the one I'm going to tell you to stay away from, but nobody does because they're easily found, are the girls that are running between 20 to 28 years old. They're experienced with expats. They're opportunistic. They take advantage of the generosity of expats. They're not looking for a husband for 100 years. They're looking for a live-in boyfriend, a companion, somebody who's going to buy them things, somebody who is going to improve the quality of their life, and they don't have to do anything. They really don't want to take care of you. They're with you, but they want you to hire a maid. They've been with other expats. They know what you can afford. They know when to go shopping. They're not going to go to the Okay store and spend 50 pesos on some clothes. They want to go to the mall. They want to go into the Levi's department and they want to buy top-notch jeans and Gucci bags if you let them. They're an opportunistic type. When they need a phone, they're going to tell you how bad the Samsung phone is or the Oppo phone is or the cheaper phones. The only good phone you can have in the Philippines is an iPhone. And they're going to walk you, pull you by the hand to the iPhone store. And you're going to buy them an iPhone. They're opportunistic. And when you break up with them, when you look like you're hesitant on taking care of them financially, they're going to find somebody better. They're looking for an upgrade all the time because they've been with many foreigners. They know what to expect. They know what's going on. And the girls who are in this group talk among each other. They know how much allowance they get. They know that Mary gets X amount of allowance and Grace gets X amount of allowance, and everybody in their circle, they know how much money they get. And they're always looking to save money. Hide money from their partner, from their live-in boyfriend. Hide it for that rainy day when that guy leaves them. Because they know all men eventually leave. Careful of the girls with a lot of experience with foreigners. You could be their 4th or 5th foreigner. Sometimes it's your turn. You're next. The next type of girl is the one I think most guys are looking for. This is the province girl. This is a girl, she's loving and caring. She might be a single mom. She may have gone to college or she may not have. She hangs around the house. She lives with her family on the family property. She makes sure people are fed. She makes sure all the kids have clean clothes, and the housework and cleaning the yard, picking the fruits and the vegetables and gardening. Her whole life is province life, taking care of family, being dedicated to family, family values. She's a church-going girl. These are the type of girls so many men want. They're sort of boring because they really don't want to go out at night. They really don't want to party. But how many guys come here to the Philippines and that's not in your DNA? It might be for your first few weeks here, or few months, or first year or two. Those times you are going with a go with the flow girl. But once you decide to settle down, maybe you're looking for a province girl. The province girl is the one that you date and maybe she moves in with you, but she'll want to send a little bit of money to her family. Not a large amount of money, but a small amount to help the family out. Her concern is with you as her new partner and her family. And that's all the concern she has. She might be a single mom, she might not be, but she has the old-fashioned values, the traditional values so many men are looking for when they come to the Philippines. Now let's go down to the student type. Now you get here and you don't want to go with the flow girl, but you like younger women, someone in their early 20s, and they're students. The thing with students is they're focused on their education. You know, they're younger, they're anywhere from 18 to 25. They're going to university. They're living in a boarding house. They're living in a boarding house with multiple people to save on money. And they're focused on their studies. They don't want to disappoint their parents by having bad grades or not graduating. And getting involved with a man is probably what the family doesn't want them to do, and they won't do that. They're respecting the family wishes because the family put all that money together to help put them through college. And once they finish college or university, they're expected to get a job and then pay it forward to help the next sibling in line, a boy or girl, to go through college. She's supposed to help them with money and tuition and books and help them get through school. And it's a hand-me-down situation. If there's 4 kids of college age, a couple of them might have to wait a year or two. But they're focused on their education and their studies. They really don't have time for relationships. You're always going to be able to talk to them for a few minutes, but they're always going to be too busy for you with their studies. Then we have the caregiver type. Now this is going to be an older woman. You know, she's going to be in her late 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s. And her thing in life is she wants a partner who will financially take care of her. She's not going to be in love with him right away, but she will grow to love him and take care of him. And she's the caretaker. She's the one who's going to make sure his clothes are washed. She's going to make sure he gets to the doctor. She's going to make sure he has everything he needs in the house. She is not interested in a lot of materialistic things. She's just interested in having a nice, roof over her head, having food to eat, clean clothes, new clothes to wear, going out once in a while. But her main concern is taking care of you, her new partner. And she's always going to call you a partner. And she's going to take good care of you when you're sick and when you're not sick. She's going to be much more than a girlfriend. She is definitely going to be more of a caretaker. She's going to be older. She's going to be more mature. She's going to understand that you as an older man, you're going to help with the responsibilities around the house. You're going to pay the electric bill. You're going to pay the cable bill. You're going to pay the water bill. And her job is to take care of you. That is basically an older woman. She'll go shopping, and it's a great partner. Having an older woman as a partner, when you're settling down, you're in your 60s, 70s, even 80, having an older woman take care of you. She's mature, she's responsible, and she won't desert you. The practical partner. This is the partner that makes a lot of sense. This is the partner where guys end up with a girl for 10, 15, 20 years. They're practical. They want nice things, but they want quality at a price. They want nice food to eat, but they're willing to cook at home. They don't want to go use the laundromat all the time, the laundry services here. They rather do it by themselves and save a couple hundred pesos. They'll spend that money somewhere else, but they're practical. If they can do it and save money themselves, they're going to do that. They're going to take care of you. And this Filipina is probably a single mom. She has responsibilities with her son or daughter that she has to take care of them. And now that she has a partner, she has to balance all this. And she's good at balancing the life she has as a mother and the life she has as a girlfriend and the life she has as a daughter. It's all about compatibility, communication, and trust. That's what she's looking for. And you, as an older man coming here who doesn't want to really fight with a younger girl, this girl is probably in her 30s. And like I said, she's mature. She's probably a single mom, but she's grounded. She knows what she wants out of life, but she knows what she can afford and not afford. She's not a dreamer. She's not experienced. She just knows the reality of life and what life really is. You know, she knows that it's better to cook at home. She shops at the Okai store. When she buys her kids shoes, she doesn't go into the Nike store. She goes and buys these, off-brand shoes or secondhand shoes. She's always looking for a deal. And when you go to buy a new television and you spend 30,000 pesos on a brand new TV, she's telling you, oh no, we can get this smaller one for 15,000 pesos because she's practical. And that's what a lot of you guys need. You need somebody to ground you because you like to overspend. You have your wallet out when you go into the Robinson store or you go to buy a motorbike or a car. You want to show off, hey, I got all this money. I can afford the top of the line items. Well, yeah, you can afford it, but practical matters. Does it really matter that you have the best? Can you get away with having something that isn't top of the line? It's second tier, and there's nothing wrong with that. Living within your budget, your means. And this girl wants to save money. She wants to put money away for your medical issues that you might have in the future. The practical partner, to me, is probably the best partner you could have. Normally, don't have any kids yet. And then there's the hopeless romantic. This is what a lot of women are before they ever have a boyfriend. They're dreaming of having a house with a white picket fence back home, 2 cars in the garage, 2 kids, and just having a great life. The husband going to work every day, supplying all her needs. She stays home and is the great housewife. She wants to raise a family. She wants... she's just a romantic that everything is right and nothing bad is going to happen. But she is also the one who's going to be in your business all the time. She's the one who's going to check your Facebook. She's going to check your phone messages. When you go out, she's going to go, where'd you go? How come you didn't call me? And when you're gone too long, you're going to get phone call and text after text. But she's a romantic. She's hoping that the first guy she hooks up with, will be her long-term partner and will be with her forever. Now, these women, they're looking for that guy who's going to help them build their dream, build their home, build their family, build their life, where they don't have to worry about nothing. And they really believe that once they marry you or are with you, you're never going to leave them or do anything to hurt them. And then this is the type that really I don't want to be part of. This reminds me of Western women, but it's here in the culture of the Philippines now. The ambitious woman. She's in business. She wants to be a business owner. She wants to have a lot of things, and she's working hard, and her focus is on earning and making money, not taking money from you as a scammer, but earning money, opening a business, opening 2 businesses. When she talks to you and she's not in business yet, she's going to be throwing ideas at you. What do you think about having a piggery? What do you think about if we open a restaurant? And I see women here in Dumaguete who do that. They get their partner to finance the restaurant or the coffee shop. Some are very successful, but some just go right down the drain and they try it again and they try it again. They're very ambitious. They're trying to climb the social ladder, the economic ladder from whatever class they're in here. If they're middle class or lower middle class, they want to go up the ladder and get into that upper class. And they're looking for a husband or a partner who wants to help them with their goals in life, which is to have a business, a successful business, and to be making money. Going to the bank once a week and making a deposit from the business that they're running. These ambitious women are good women, but they don't have time for you. They're not going to be a caregiver. They're not going to be there when you need to go on a little trip somewhere. They're just going to send you on your own while they stay home and run the business, because their ambition far exceeds their wants to be with you on a daily basis of caring. They care for you, but they care more about the ambition and having a business and becoming successful in the business community. The Philippines is an amazing place with a bunch of amazing women. Each woman is bringing something different to the table. Her experiences, her morals, her family values, her traditional values here in the Philippines. You can find the right girl for you. Take your time. Slow down. Don't be in a hurry. A lot of guys are in too much of a hurry. Finding somebody, give it time. Let life just happen. Enjoy your life. But be careful of some of these girls. There's so many different, and they usually pack together. You know, the go with the flow party girls are usually all hanging together. The experienced girls are all hanging together. And the practical girls usually aren't. They're mostly taking care of themselves and their family. And when you go out into the province, those province girls are hanging out at home. You might see them at the market, but you're not going to see them hanging out at a bar or something. You're going to have to look for them. And hopefully you meet somebody and you can network. And through a friend and their girlfriend or their wife or something, you can meet some of these good women that are here in the Philippines. But there's nothing wrong with having some fun and enjoying life. Until next time, thanks for watching Life Abroad After 60.